What's up, YouTube? So today is going to be a little bit different of a setting for my video. It's in my backyard that needs to be cut, and I'm doing a couple projects. Number one, I'm making a solar filter for the Eclipse for my camera, for my big camera, and so I can try to record that, and maybe I can make it onto the vlog. Number two is going to be a brake job on my truck, and I figure it'll be kind of a chance to talk about some things and be a how-to of sorts. So I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and stay with me.
Faye's state of mind is a personal journey that I want to share. It is a quest for wealth, but not monetary. My journey is leading me to happiness, experience, and knowledge to create a better me. Join me on my adventure and dare to create your own. I am Sean McDaniel, and this is Faye's State of Mind.
So what you may ask is my topic for today. Well, it's one a little near and dear to me. As you may remember me saying from a previous vlog, I am a police officer. My department will remain nameless yet again, and I have a couple family members that are police officers. So obviously some of the events that have happened over the last couple weeks weigh heavy on me from time to time, and it kind of inspired me to want to talk about the warrior culture that you hear often. People throw that term around, and most people think of it as like military personnel solely, or something more sinister when you say warrior culture. It sounds mean, but today I'm going to talk about the warrior culture, how it relates to police work, and how it relates to past societies. So that's my topic for the day. So let's talk about some of the who. I like to start with the history of things. The Vikings and the Native Americans are good examples of the warrior culture. They both had a strict code of ethics that they lived by. They both had a set of warriors in their community. They both had warriors that they both sent home, stayed at home, and they sent away. The Indians had their braves. Some of their braves went off to war to fight other tribes. or in the case of the West, to fight the United States. And the Vikings had their raiders, but their raiders were made up of people who would become their first line of defense when the raiders were away. So you have these concepts of having warriors that stay at home and warriors that go. And both serve a very important purpose. The ones at home take care of law and order at home, and they stand ready in the event that an outsider comes and attacks them. If you really think about it, that's what police do. We stay at home and protect our community from the potential wolf that knocks at the door. We are servants. We are guardians. And in our country, we are also law and order. In the Norse pantheon, or the Norse gods, there's actually a specific god devoted to law and order. He's not talked about much. I believe there's maybe 2 stories that are known of him. One involves him and Thor going to go get an item back from the giants. And the other, the one he's most famous for, is is a story in which the gods were trying to capture this giant wolf who was the son of Loki, who had tormented them. His name was Fenrir, and they had tried before and he had escaped. So the gods devised this plan of using a chain made by, I believe, the dwarves. And they needed to hold Fenrir down with the chain. Well, Fenrir had been tricked before, and he knew that the gods didn't like him. So he told them that, they told him that it was a necklace. And he basically told them he didn't believe them. So they said, okay, well, what's your conditions? What will you put this necklace on for? He said, one of you has to stick your hand in my mouth. And if you're lying to me, I'm going to bite that hand off. So none of the gods stepped forward to do so, except for Tyr. And Tyr is actually this rune right here. And he's known as the one-handed god. Because, lo and behold, when they went to put the chain on and tie Fenrir down, he bit Tyr's hand off. Tyr is seen as symbol of law and order in the Viking pantheon, because he was willing to sacrifice himself for the good of the people, or in their case, the gods. So when I first started my job, I decided to get that rune tattooed on me. I made that decision because of what it symbolized. The fact that in the Celtic tradition, that symbol also signified the symbol of a warrior. And they would get these tattooed on themselves all over their bloodlines. It signified protection going into battle. Now obviously I'm a Christian, so these symbols are not maybe as strong as they are to some people. But it does mean something to me because of my heritage. And the more I learn, it means something to me because of what it stands for. That tear stood for law and justice. So, while this talk of warrior and warrior culture anyway, well, in the last week, 6 law enforcement officers have been killed in the line of duty, or died. 1 died of natural causes. And yes, 6 in an entire nation doesn't sound like a lot. But in my own humble opinion, it's 6 too many. And yes, when you sign up, you know it's a dangerous job. Anyone going into law enforcement, if you don't know it's a dangerous job or you don't realize it's a dangerous job, you need to reevaluate, because it is. But I want to talk about something a little bit more lighthearted about the warrior culture, at least the warrior culture of my family. As I said, 3 of us are police officers. So, it's unspoken. It's not something we talk about. And I think that's okay. But we know the potential peril of the job. We know what the job means, or could mean. So, we take our family time very serious. We have family dinners on a regular basis. And we spend a lot of time together. A lot of people think it's weird. And you know what? Maybe it is to them. But as I said, subconsciously, we all know the burden that the job brings. So, while I know that the term warrior has negative connotations when applied to law enforcement these days, understand where it comes from. It's not meant to be that police officers think it's a battle. It's not meant to be that we have an enemy. We do. It's crime. It's chaos. The average person that signs up to be a police officer wants to stand between the chaos in their city. They willingly want to be willing to protect the city that they love, or in some cases just the city that they work for. For me, it's both. So my takeaway is there's all kinds of ways to live life to the fullest. Some take that as a chance to mean to party out, go out and party hard. Never been the partier. It's just not my thing. I'm not against it, and I'm not against anyone who likes to. But it's not my thing. Some people spend their time with their family. That's my thing. That's the thing I like to do. I like to spend time with my family. I like to rejoice in my family and to enjoy it. And people need to understand that's a way of celebrating life. So that's my takeaway. The warrior culture is protecting. It's serving. It's dedication to said service and to said entity, whether it's a city, whether it's a state, whether it's the federal government, whether it's the military. It often comes with the heavy price and a heavy burden, but people who enjoy life, and that's part of Fehu, is enjoying life. So live life to the fullest. Find your own warrior culture, because we're all in some type of fight, some type of struggle. Maybe financial, and maybe for some people it might be recovery from narcotics or alcohol. We all have a fight. Find your reason to fight. Find your reason to be a warrior. And find your warrior culture. And live it to the fullest. Remember, this is my adventure. What will yours be? And please like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want constant updates for when I do put out my videos. Hit the reminder bell for your subscription. You get emails, notifications on your phone when they come out. My videos are released on Wednesdays. And I try to keep it on schedule for all you guys. Check out my website. It's fehustateofmind.com. And there's also Facebook, Twitter, and just about any other social media there is out there. So thank you so much for your support. I do this for me, but also for you. Have a good one.